Isaac, Brobadi Menara, Umuchineke, all of mine, no your mind, yes, you can take to know the Puran Banyama. Ndị Igbo siri n'ezi aha ka ego ka onye si eme ka ego si akpọ ya ekwenyere m n'okwu ndị a kwesị ike maka na ka onye na-eme ubekọ ama Jizọs Kraịst ọkpara Chineke ma mba ezi omume na ezi aha o wee jụọ ndị na-eso ụzọ ya sị gịnị ka ndị mmadụ ji ama atụ onye ka ha sịrị na mbụ gụọ ya na Matiu 16:13 onye ka ndị mmadụ na-asị na gịnị ka eji ama atụ ana m ekwu ndị ahụ maara gị nke ọma ọ bụrụ ndị a na-ekweghị na ezi ihe ga-esi na Nazaret pụta ndị chere na ezi ihe ọ bụla kwesịrị ịchọta ha n'aka ndị ama akpọgbu osisi na-amị mkpụrụ ndị nkwutọ ọ bụghị ndị nna ana m ekwu ndị a maara gị nke ọma na-ekwu site n'ekwuru ma ọ bụ anya ukwu ofu ugboro ka e mere ka mmadụ nwa n'ụwa ma nke ahụ gasịa ikpe esi ya ibe esi ya site na ya ga-ebi ibi gịnị ka eji ama atụ onye ka ha na-asị n'ebe gịnị ka eji echeta gị ma emesịa ọ bụ Chineke nara ekele n'ihi mere ka onye arụrụ ala anyị efe ka ọ bụ mgbe e chetara gị anya mmiri asa kemgbe ọ pụrụ n'ala anyị anyị zuru ike onye ịma nke nsị anaghị ekwe mmadụ ṅụọ mmiri tọgbọ ike gịnị ka eji ama atụ site n'ebe ị na-azụ ahịa maọbụ ebe ị na-arụ ọrụ onye ka ha na-asị na gịnị ka eji ama atụ ọ bụ onye anya ukwu nke ochie ahụ onye okwu na ụka ahụ gịnị ka eji echeta gị site n'obodo nke aka gị ha na-asị na ịbụ onye gịnị ka eji ama atụ ịmaghị onye oke chọọchị ahụ ezigbo echegharị ka ọ bụ ka a na-ahụta gị dịka onye ekwesịghị ntụkwasị obi oge ebido na ndị gị na ha na-ekpere Chineke onye ka ha sịrị na akpọrọ gị onye nsọ ka ọ bụ onye iru abụọ ka ọ bụ onye chọọchị enweghị nchegharị Jizọs bụrụ ndị esi ụzọ ya sị onye ka ha sịrị na mbụ onye ka ha ji ama atụ ụfọdụ za ya sị ụfọdụ sịrị Elaịja ụfọdụ John the Baptist ndị ọzọ Jeremaya unu ga-echeta Elaịja na ndị amụma Baal unu ma John the Baptist onye ozi ma ihe ọ bịara onye atụghị egwu mmadụ ọbụla nke pụrụ igbu naanị anụ arụ unu makwara nke ọma ije ya na Herọd na Herodayas marakwa Jeremaya onye nche nwanne ya n'ikpeazụ o wee jụọkwa ndị na-eso ụzọ ya sị unu onwe unu onye ka unu na-asị na mbụ Pita sị ya gị onwe gị bụ Kraịst ahụ ọkpara Chineke dị ndụ mụ na gị onye ka ndị a maara anyị nke ọma na-asị na anyị gịnị ka eji ama atụ anyị nye anyị ezi omume na ọrụ ọma anyị ga-anọchi anyị mgbe anyị anọghị nso onye ka ha na-asị na oke ajụjụ ka ị na-asa ajụjụ a ka m na-asị ka ọ dị onye afọ na-asa asịrị latrin na ya na-apụ mana ya na-abịakwa ọzọ
You are once again welcome to Ima Biafra TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Ima Kalo. I greet you. Good afternoon from my best. The time from here is 12:12 noon. 12 minutes after 12 noon, today being Wednesday, the 21st of September 2022. I also greet you, especially in the name of the owner, the creator of the whole universe, the universal Messiah, Savior, and Redeemer, Jesus the Christ. I once again say to you, welcome to this wonderful program. And this is part 18 of identifying and dealing with the thieves in IPOB. The subheading is Nnennaya Anya Kanunta Kanu must be expelled from IPOB. There have been a lingering of discussion of controversy over the financial fraud being committed by Nnennaya Anya Kanunta Kanu and their cohorts. Both the present and the ex-members of IPOB working with them and against the proper rules of engagement of IPOB, against the stance of the real stance of the DOS as established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As I speak, Nnennaya Anya and Mazi Chike Dozem do no longer walk hand in hand anymore. And there is a confliction between the two. And it is also about money. It is monetary issue. Financial fraud being committed by Nnennaya Anya Kanunta Kanu with all of the people working under them. Kanunta Kanu is not a member of the DOS as we know. He is not even a principal officer in a very key player in the financial fraud going on in IPOB, and they working very vehemently with Nnennaya Anya. It is obvious to us that the stay of Nnennaya Anya Kanunta Kanu and with their continuity in this financial fraud cannot do us any good. Rather, it is a setback. And if there is, for any reason, they are involved in betraying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as such, we never want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of prison, because the reason for betraying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to merchandise the Biafra struggle, for people to make money out of it, those who set him up. I mean, those who are involved in his extraordinary rendition from IPOB, even if it is one or two people, that is their intention. And all of these people are still suspect, though not only Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu. But it is obvious now that these people really have been committing financial fraud in IPOB. But I still wonder why they are being harbored in IPOB until now. What is it that is really happening? Because many people who have committed not even up to half of the criminality of these two individuals have been expelled long ago in IPOB. So the question now becomes, why have not the DOS expelled Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu, being sure that these people are into financial fraud in IPOB? Or does it mean that the DOS want to convince us that these people are really innocent? And if they are innocent, it means all of the presentations against them, most especially from President Darlington, have been lies. All of them have been lies all this while. But I cannot believe that they are lies, because I am going to stream from his latest video of expose regarding Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu, and all of the people they are working with. And to make the matter worse, there is a report from Biafra Child that Nnennaya Anya has invaded Germany now, since she had been weakened. Her stronghold had been weakened in America. She is now invading Europe, starting from Germany, and collaborating with some of the IPOB current coordinators. Upon hearing all of the financial atrocities of Nnennaya Anya, some of the coordinators are still working with her right away. That is what she has begun to do. So, and I have not been following the broadcast of the DOS recently, and I don't think that the DOS has have taken an action against this move. However, we will keep reporting. I want to also have the record of the reports and of the expose from Darlington. Then I will add my own analysis, then bringing it to the level of excellence and ease of comprehension, so that those who cannot understand the report in coded words will understand it with proper and extensive explanation. So this is what I have come to do, and with my own analysis, these people must no longer be harbored in IPOB. There is no reason for harboring them. And to be honest with you, I am beginning to see politics, sentiment, hypocrisy, and nepotism going on in the political solutionists of IPOB, because many people are not even talking about this matter, but it is one of the most serious matters we have at this point. If it is ordinary, or let me not use the word ordinary, if it is subordinate officers or a non-officer that has been committing this crime, being not a sibling to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just like Kanunta Kanu, and being not a member of the DOS would have long ago expelled such person or such people. But why are they waiting? Why are they still waiting? For what? Are they still waiting to expel Nnennaya Anya? And why are they not taking Nnennaya Anya's matter serious? Should it mean that there are members of the DOS also working with Nnennaya Anya, or what? This is just my own suspicion. So it is not just an allegation, it is my own suspicion. So it is not an allegation, it is not an accusation. So from my own suspicion, I begin to suspect that there may be one or two or more members of the DOS working with Nnennaya Anya who are also investors in the financial fraud Nnennaya Anya and the Kanunta Kanu are executing in this Biafra struggle. So we have had some previous reports of their financial fraud. Now we are going to hear their latest. The latest of their financial fraud is what we are going to hear this time around. We are going to hear this time around. So like as Prince Darlington has stated categorically, it makes no sense that all of us should be waiting and watch our father's property, watch the legacy being left to us. Biafra is our father's property. IPOB is our father's property. Them being handed to us as led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and all of us are his followers. We are his supporters. It makes no sense that all of us should keep quiet, even if some have decided to keep quiet. And those who have decided to keep quiet are always those who are interested in the corruption. But it makes no sense that all of us should keep quiet over the spoiling, over the legacy, over our rights, over our properties, over our belongings being destroyed by some individuals among us. So if we say, okay, let us leave them because they are our brothers and sisters, why not them leave their criminality, because all of us are brothers and sisters? Why are they affecting us with their criminality? So that is how to reason things and balance the equation. If some people will say, let us forget about them because they are our relatives, then why should our relatives, be robbing us and destroying our plans, ruining our future and the future of our generation, present and the forthcoming generations? Why should we allow them? Then can we progress by allowing them, or can we progress by stopping them? We can always progress by stopping them, but I have not said we should kill them, but I'm saying we should stop them. So what I am demanding is their expulsion, and the DOS should do the needful. I believe by now the DOS should have bring them to book, then deciding their fate by expelling them then until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, so that we have a way forward, because continuing to allow them, and according to some excuses, because they have a huge amount of money. What is the need for the money now? Let them go with the money at the moment, because if they stay, they won't bring out the money. If they stay, they won't bring out the money. And as they stay, they continue to embezzle more and more, in addition to the one they already have. And as much as they embezzle is as much as they set the Biafra struggle back, because the purpose of the money will be delayed, and they will not even want the purpose to be accomplished, because if the purpose is accomplished, then they will have no means of getting the money anymore. So we have the enemies, we have the saboteurs among us, and we have identified these two individuals. But why are we waiting from pulling them off from the IPOB system? So let me begin to play the video from where I will be analyzing. This video was made 4 days ago.
As a man who is on the ground, I feel bad, because the time I need to talk about those things happening on the ground is the time I am using to talk about those who are throwing stone in the house. If they break the house, if they remove the thing, are we going to stay outside? There is a lot of abnormal activities going on in this struggle. A lot. A lot of abnormal activities going on in this struggle. And those abnormalities are coming from the infiltrators. There are still infiltrators among us that have not been exposed. But if you people watch, you see that I tone down on my exposition, because that is where I am perfect. If I want to dig any information about you, it takes me 48 hours. I dig it up. I bring you outside. I expose you. But I'm not a nude sharer. I don't share anybody's nude, and I don't intend to do that, be it a man or a woman. But I will expose a whole lot about you, that people may know you deeply. I have done it while Mazi was outside. I was doing it when Mazi was kidnapped. But I noticed that the people I am doing that for, so many of them cannot understand that in a struggle, nobody is the best friend to you, and nobody is a worst enemy to you. If you behave like a friend, you become a friend. If you behave like an enemy, I see you as an enemy. All these shenanigans that is happening now is still going on because I decided to leave it. If not, when I dig up the information of these people who are doing this, you guys know how I used to run down any enemy. Once I dig it up and I come on this platform and expose it, the person will collect. Your body will come down, your head will come down, the person will clear. And I have decided to keep calm and watch to see if someone else will pick it up from there and do the dirty job. It's a dirty job. One of the tedious job in this struggle. Believe you me. When I want to destroy you, I don't need your nude picture to destroy you. I will go as far as Nnennaya, your maternal home. I used to say it, but you guys doesn't understand. 48 hours, I will go far. But sometimes when I want to talk about these people, some people will be begging me, please don't expose this person. Hey, don't talk about this person. Hey, some enemies will capitalize on it. Hey, they will go after him. They will do this. You are in Obodo and you are afraid to be exposed. Me, I am on the ground and I am exposing you. Me, I know they fear nobody. The reason why you are hearing what is happening in America, the reason why you are hearing what is happening in Germany and the UK still happening is because I was asked to stop by the people I am trying to save. Not Mazi himself. Mazi never asked me to stop. No. My exposition is unquantifiable. When I want to expose you, I expose you to the extent that you go to hospital. Go and ask George Onyeberi. Ask Uchenefo. Go and ask, what do you call him? Magnus Oraka. Go and ask them. Clifford Irania. Clifford Irania, the day he buried his mother, every details, every information about his village and was on the table of IPOB. Mamu Gochuku, I know his house to his village. The same thing with Omiomio to his village. Guy, are they down? All these people that are making this noise, all of them. I know all of them to their villages. That is how powerful I am in this job. But I am trying to be very, very diplomatic when I want to expose you. Because there are information I will keep, waiting for you to come back again. Then I will give you the last kick of a dying horse. You will survive it. Chinyere is messing up in Liazi in America. And I'm seeing the way people are talking about them. Nnennaya Anya is messing our finance off from Germany. Yes. He's messing up in this struggle. Conniving with a whole lot of people in America, in Germany, with some coordinators that are loyal to them. And in this struggle, Mazi said it is only finance officers that will hold our money, not coordinator. Coordinator should not talk money, touch money. I know villages of these people I made mention. Myself that sit here. That is why I'm telling you, before you make one step, I've made 10 ahead of you. I know all their villages. In case you don't know. The way I did exposition of George Onyebe, he was shocked to his bone marrow. He never knew that I would go that far. And I still have other secrets. Things that he thought is secret was with me. And I was waiting for him. And I watched him, I noticed that upon all his noise making on internet, he never ever challenged me. He has never challenged me. I followed up. Even the one you call Nnennaya couldn't even attack me verbally. He couldn't even mention my name. The one you call Uche before, he couldn't. See, you guys, this is a freedom fighter. This is a freedom fighter. I've already dedicated myself. So I can go extra mile. I believe in living God. I can go extra mile. So when I want to expose you, when I want to talk about you, you will see it, you will get it out. The day I want to finish Adama Brown, she called me, she was crying on phone, begging me. I planned to deal with her that evening. She called me in the evening, in the afternoon, telling me, Prince, why? Why do you want to do this? Don't do this, don't do this. I am innocent. I mean, you should begin to beg. Because they know say, but when I remember that the people that I am doing all this for their sake misinterpreted me, I went a little bit cold in doing that job. these people, all these principal officers living in America.
When Darlington remembered that those he is fighting for, we are not serious. Even some are yet to be serious. He began to wax cold. He began to chile. He began to cool in that expose. Even to my own level of exposition, that is the same thing that I face. Right inside of IPOB, some people will fight you because you discover criminality and expose that criminality right inside IPOB. And these are those who claim to be your co-freedom fighters. And those he had already mentioned, the expelled ones he had mentioned, and the current ones, they have people from their communities who are members of IPOB in various regions. So such people will always try to defend them in their criminality. That is the problem we are having. Sentiment, nepotism, hypocrisy. Then factions. So tell me how we can succeed to end criminality in IPOB. When the IPOB members, the majority of the IPOB members, do not allow those who want to fight criminality and end criminality to function well. And in the process, they will begin to stand against the exposer and begin to support the criminals. That is exactly what I am explaining. So, President Darlington has much information. And from this program, you are going to be reminded, even though you might have watched his video before, from here you are going to be reminded that the internal crisis going on in IPOB would have ended long ago, and most especially the Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu financial fraud and the rest of the people working with them would have ended if the supposedly active IPOB members supported him when he began it. Rather, they began to play the game of sentiment. They stood against him. Now things are getting worse, and it is getting beyond control. Everybody, including Iken Gurago and the rest of them, are beginning to talk about it. Even though I do not have as much information as Darlington, but from my own experience, I have begun to fight internally regarding this financial fraud. Since 3 years ago, I began to fight it. Since 3 years ago, I began to fight it. And the superiors tried to cage me and shut my mouth up. But however, by the grace of God, I tried to make great impact that created awareness of things that are going on that the majority of IPOB members are not aware of. Believing that creating awareness will make people at least to rise up in their numbers to stand against the criminality. But to my greatest disappointment, that many people were not interested in fighting it. And I also come to discover that even the majority of IPOB members are still under mental captivity. Under mental captivity, when it is discovered that a coordinator is into financial fraud in IPOB, some IPOB, the majority of IPOB members will try to downplay the matter because everybody wants to worship the coordinator and get favor from the coordinator. Rather than talking about the coordinator's criminality, they will begin to blame us who expose the criminality. So this is what is going on. I am making this video today for IPOB, to tell IPOB members categorically clear that IPOB can never progress if this kind of sentiment, nepotism, hypocrisy continue to exist in IPOB. I am not just trying to directly accuse anybody. Even if it happened that Mazi Chike doesn't commit a crime today in IPOB, and the crime will be a setback to the Biafra struggle, you begin to discover that the majority of IPOB members will decide that nobody should talk about the criminality. Rather, let him continue because he is Mazi Chike Dozem. And they will create the avenue to do it as if he is above the IPOB rule. The reason the civilized nation progress is because nobody is above the law. But in IPOB, many people are above the law. Many people are above the law. So there is clique and the cabal in IPOB, even among the members of the DOS. And the Nnennaya Anya is leading a cabal and a clique inside of the DOS and with others supporting her outside of the DOS. So with this system, IPOB can never progress. And the same system is what resulted in the setting up of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for extraordinary rendition. I still maintain there must be at least one IPOB member involved in the setting up Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up for extraordinary rendition. Let us keep listening to Darlington.
You can. I know them to their village, including the one you call Chukwemeke Sejimado. I'm on village here. I know their villages. I know their hometowns. I know nobody said that I met person tell me I waka go by myself with pictorial evidences. You guys doesn't know anything. Only phone man. I traveled a lot. I go places. I don't believe in the people. Somebody will call you up and say, "Hey, this is information about this person." If they give you 100%, if they give you 100 information, if time is not taken, maybe it is only 30 that is correct. But myself, I go by myself. I make investigation. I take my time. I come to a village in disguise, and I get every information I want. More. In this struggle, one day we are fighting to survive. This is the fight. This is the battle of the fittest. Only the strong ones can survive it. Men have died. Men that matters a lot in this struggle have died. And I have considered myself as a dead man. Therefore, why will I spare you? You that is about to spoil the reason why men are dying. Why will I spare you? Don't worry. I am coming out with brimstone. With fire and brimstone. I'm coming out. And if I want to expose you, I will tell you I'm coming to expose you. I will route the exposition on you. I have 3 people on my list right now. 3 people on my list. And then Nnennaya Anya is involved. What? You see how she's meandering now, Megari? Traveling from country to country, coordinating coordinators. Nnennaya have no right to meet coordinators in this struggle. She have no right to meet any coordinator in this struggle. Oh. The man that gave me the immune to operate will soon come out. My backbone will soon come out. He will soon come out. And in his presence, all the things that I haven't done all this while, I will be doing it. He will be watching it live. Because there are information that I would like to release now. The next thing DOS will say, no. Calm down. Don't go there. But once the man, the leader himself is outside, I am bringing them out as they hot. Everywhere go cool. Nobody go talk. Who born you? When you tell me to continue, are you to tell me to stop? And when they tell me stop, when I try to stop, other people will say, hey, you are waxing cold. Why are you waxing cold? Hey, and if I refuse to stop, they will say, hey, it's insubordination. You are disrespecting the leadership. You are not listening to them. But the work I am doing is a work that helps the leadership to move forward.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
I listened to Mazi Okechukwu,
Biafra child.
day before yesterday. That's the Biafra child. I listened to him. He was talking about Nnennaya Anya and what Nnennaya Anya was doing. How she's moving from zone to zone in Italy, speaking to coordinators and collecting money from them. I was listening, I was laughing. I also listened to Ikenga today. Ikenga Guragu. He was talking about Chiyirongwi. Go back to my broadcast 1 year ago and see where I mentioned these people's name. And I wanted to strike. Go back 1 year ago. The activities did not start today. Had they required for because they thought that I had been shut up. They thought they had shut me down. I bet you for they have arise is here, balance is here. Adama Brown was sacked from the post she was holding in IPOB. And when I wanted to finish her up, that is when those attacks came. When my brothers and sisters begin to attack me, my fellow comrades begin to attack me. That was when they tell me, it's okay, stop. Today, Adama Brown is still holding another post in IPOB after Nnennaya Anya stripped her of her post. She is not worthy to handle a single position in this struggle. Adama Brown.
Do you see click?
Because she and her daughter
cabal.
have a question to answer.
The cabal.
When Mazi come out. Her daughter must tell us why she was using Mazi handle to post when Mazi was in the hand of the enemy. She will answer that question. I saw all these things. I don't know how I'm going to explain this to you. I have this zeal to shut all of them up, to pave way for the leadership to continue doing their job. I have it. And it seems like the job was done on their favor by stopping Prince Darlington. Yes. They were happy that Prince Darlington was stopped. If you watch my program these days, I talk about, normal things that are happening, and I educate people, I update people, I tell you what has happened in the past and what is happening now and what is expected. But there is a job that is specifically given to me. Exposition of evil people in this struggle. No other person was given that job by Nnennaya Anya in this struggle. I am the only one.
Because of reasons.
If Mazi have called you, if you're a media warrior, and Mazi have called you, tell you, we are going to continue doing an exposition program. Any evil, anyone that does anything that is not good, you will bring them to your platform. Why you talk? If Mazi have done that, come out in the open and swear and say that you have. That Mazi have given you that position, that particular job.
Darlington, we are not dragging about that. Just go on. Tell us what.
Because Mazi knew that I am on the ground. If you like, you live in America for 30 years. If I have your name and your community in my palm, 24 hours, I will come and tell the whole world. I will tell the whole world. I will talk. This is a struggle. We have the good, the bad, and the ugly. But because of the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my superior officers could not allow me to excel. They could not allow me to do that job that was going to bring a positive impact in the struggle. Then I stopped and I folded my hand watching. And today, Ikenga is shouting now what they are doing in Liazin. Biafra child is shouting now. What Nnennaya Anya is doing with coordinators. Oye Mechuba is shouting. Metusela, all of them are shouting. They are complaining now. But this is something that I would have killed with one stone. Only me would have destroyed it with only but one stone. One stone of you know, David, if I had finished with Nnennaya then, all these people will run away. Because Nnennaya was their giant. Because she was having money. She was in charge of money. She was the person engineering these people and paying them. If I tell you the activities of Nnennaya Anya on the ground, right in Biafra land, while Nnennaya Anya was outside, you will shout.
While Nnennaya Anya
you will open your mouth wide, because you will not even remember that your mouth is open. If I tell you, Ibekif Tamarati is still alive, call Ibekif Tamarati, ask her what is her battle with Nnennaya Anya. When I was the first auditor of this movement. I was the first auditor of this movement. The first. The first. If I tell you what my eyes saw, the activities of Nnennaya Anya and the guy you call Yagazie on the ground, you will cry. I saw all those things and they knew I had the information. When Ibekif Tamarati took over, Nnennaya Anya ask Ibekif. We threaten with everything. And when we come to talk, some people will say, hey, leave that person. He's a member of the Directorate of State. Leave that today. Are there no moles among the directorates? Is Nnennaya not a mole in the directorate? She is a mole. And all these guys who are shouting now, talking now, only one among them have summoned the courage to confront me and pleaded to me, Mazi, I am sorry for what I have done in the past. It is because of one thing or the other. And I understood him. But every other person, you will continue to shout. You will continue to do program on them. Then they are not ready they are not going to subpedal. Let me tell you, call this program and give to them. I never hate anybody. But tell the media warriors, those that fought me when I was fighting this battle alone, that they will continue to talk about these people, and these people are not ready to subpedal.
That is true.
Because they have built a strong cabal.
Yes.
And they use this 1 year of Nnennaya Anya absence to build this cabal.
And that is the reason Nnennaya Anya was sold.
Of them. They will say, keep talking now. I am the only one that have their antidote. One Mba family hime Mbugdegi no Obo. Obo ni kwusiro photo say again after family goes. Chineka kpọọ ọkụ. Photo say again family gi. All family gi gara akpọsiri na phone. They will be calling you on phone. So what is happening? What is happening? What are we hearing? Please, whatever that is causing that problem, go out of it. The family will give them advice. When we don't mercy for any idiot who is trying to drag this struggle backward. I don't mercy for you. Who the hell are you that I will mercy for you? Who the hell are you? Who the hell I ask if you?
That is true. The people of good conscience should have no mercy for those drawing the Biafra struggle backward. Like Darlington, he is right. He is doing the right thing. And that is exactly what I do. But the majority of IPOB members will stand against Darlington. That is where the problem lies. They will prefer President Nnennaya Anya. Hey, she is a member of the DOS. Don't talk about her. Don't touch her. That is a no-go area. The same thing we are running away from the Nigerian system is what our people are promoting. And you hear Darlington saying it. If the information is from me now, some people will begin to downplay it. Darlington, mentioning Ikenga, mentioning Biafra Child, mentioning the rest of the people who stood against him initially, now shouting. They are now shouting. And these people have had their stronghold. You see him, you hear him explaining that they used the 1 year Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been absent to build their stronghold to fortify it more and more. This is the cabal they had already begun to build. And you see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was continuously expelling people from IPOB. People who never understood what was going on. Those expelled were those identified, few among many that were identified. And whenever each person is expelled, then their program will no longer balance. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will throw them off for expelling one person. So this what has just happened is that let us remove this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu self and take over the system. That is what is going on. I am not pointing my finger of accusation on a particular person. It is generic. It is generic. It can be any person, but what I conclude is that there must be at least one IPOB member involved in setting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up for extraordinary rendition. And those whom the system of financial fraud pay will not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out of the DSS dungeon. I say it and I will keep saying it. And there are ignorants, I will use the word ignorant, supporting them. Those who always stand with them whenever people want to expose them and condemn their evil. Rather than supporting people like Darlington, they will prefer to support those because they believe that is where they want to get favor. And some of them are aiming at being recognized so that for any reason, one day they become part of the members of the DOS. These are their interests. I'm just telling you things that are happening, the politics going on in IPOB that make people promote evil and the evil keep setting us back. Unless with our people stop it. This Biafra struggle and the freedom fight as a whole can never progress if there is people of interest. If there are people of interest in the leading aspects and in the information aspect, like the broadcasters, if there are self-interested broadcasters in the Biafra struggle and the self-interested leaders in the Biafra struggle, the struggle can never progress. However, selfishness is a part of human nature. But when we really know what we want, we should also strategize and create our rules. Standing upon the rules, we eradicate the unwanted, which selfishness, self-centeredness, self-interest are the stakeholders of the unwanted. Rules are made to curb criminality and the criminals. IPOB have rules, like you heard Darlington say that Nnennaya Anya has no right to be meeting any coordinator, and the coordinator themselves have no right to be handling IPOB money. But all these things are going on in IPOB. You see coordinators dragging money, hustling and controlling, manipulating, and hijacking and manipulating money. Any coordinator you see handling money in IPOB is part of the financial fraud we are talking about. Nnennaya Anya meeting coordinators, speaking with them over financial issue, it is because of the financial fraud. And in the process of meeting them, he will tell them what their share will be if they cooperate. That is how they operate. And you see the coordinators cooperating. Those coordinators who cooperate with her are saboteurs within the IPOB circle. So I am just trying to reflect our mind and direct our mind to identify who are the thieves in IPOB. And without identifying them and dealing with them accordingly, IPOB can never progress anymore. I am saying it categorically. Some people will insult me for saying it. Some people will be provoked for saying it. But what can I do with it if I don't say it? I'll have to tell you so that when it begins to happen, I'll come back to remind you that it is actually happening. But because of your arrogance and your deft ear and your selfish interest, your greed, your hypocrisy, these are the things setting us up. If all of the IPOB members have the kind of mindset I have and the kind of mindset Darlington has, the Biafra struggle will have gone far. It has gone far. Ikenga Uruago, Biafra child, are people who can say yes today, tomorrow they say no. The other day they will say no, yes, yes, no. They are not stable. These are people of interest. They cannot stand against evil categorically. They only stand against it when the evil is being committed by those they hate naturally. But when those they love naturally commit the same evil, they will begin to play their hypocrisy, nepotism, and the sentiment. And these are key players in the Biafra struggle. Those with Nnennaya Kanu's recognition, who are unstable in their words, unstable in their actions. Those who see good and call it evil, they see evil and call it good. Their hypocrisy cannot let them concentrate. That is one of the reasons we are where we are today. And we cannot move forward if they continue with this system. And they may never know until they are told. That is the reason I have come to tell them. Darlington, keep speaking.
Ebenima is not holding any post in this struggle. He is not a part of this struggle. He's not a member. He's not paying dues. That is why his case is different compared to those who are holding posts and reaping us of our hard-earned money. Why people are in the bush crying? Why people are in the hospital dying? Why some people are in the prison without having money to feed? Do you people know that at a time in this struggle, we used to visit our brothers and sisters in the prison with gifts, bags of rice. Go back and check the record. If a gift Amarachi was in charge. IPOB will buy bags of rice to visit those that are in prison. Yes. Buy singlets, boxers, soap, so many things. Are you seeing them now? Then there are people who are going about stealing this money that is meant to use and take care of these people that we're talking about here. Ndoshi. When I come out to talk about them, people will say, don't talk. I'm coming back for all of you. I have the information of how many fundraising that we did with Nnennaya Anya in America. Yes, I have the number of how many times they did fundraising without accounting for it. They keep stealing money that belongs to IPOB.
You see?
They keep stealing money that belongs to IPOB. I have the dates. I have the figure. I know all these things. That is how I fight. And when I wanted to strike, they told me, don't strike. Information full ground, Gidigba. And when I say no, I must strike because I want them to stop. Then the next time, I have been insubordinate. I have become the representative is now practicing insubordination in the struggle. That was the news everywhere. Insubordination when I'm trying to stop evil. Insubordination when I see evil and I want to stop it. I do not want that evil to continue. And you call it insubordination? Do you actually know the meaning of insubordination? You don't know. Google the meaning of insubordination and tell yourself the truth. I have encountered a lot in this struggle. I have data of so many people in this struggle. Those who are working for IPOB. I have their data. Right to their village, you cannot go me. Right to their village. I'm not talking about data on Facebook or what you write on your Facebook. No, I'm talking about who you are, from where you came from. And when I talk, they think it's a joke. Listen, they will be talking about this guy. So, you see this Ogbuefi? What Ogbuefi have committed in America is bigger than what you are hearing the Ikenga them saying. It's bigger than what you can get them as talking about this Ogbuefi. What this guy have committed is more bigger. It's just that sometimes if you are not appreciated for the work you are doing, sometimes
it is discouraging. It is discouraging, my dear.
You will lose interest in doing that job. It is not an easy job. You know what it takes? That if I want to get information about you, I have to travel to your village. Sometimes I will stay in the hotel 2 days, 3 days, just to gather information. How the hotel bill is paid, you don't know. I will mingle with your community people and get information from them, about you. Then if I want to strike you, when I'm striking you, wherever you are, you'll be crying. Just as Prince Johor was crying the day I struck him. The day I exposed that he married so many wives. He was crying. He said it with his mouth. John Johor, he said, oh, John, he said, I cried for 2 weeks. Go and check the video where he confessed that as I was talking about him, as I was exposing him, he was crying. And go and listen to Magnus Oraka. That one confirmed that he went to hospital. He spent 3 days in the hospital after I exposed him. Because I'm Magati. I don't care about what you want to do to me. I told me, but I want to be remembered of something when Biafra is restored.
That's good.
That I am a man that stood against all because I was saying the truth.
That is,
I took all bullets.
Exactly what I'm doing.
I took all insults.
Standing against odds.
For something
speaking the truth.
Because I refuse to succumb to pleasure. I refuse to succumb to pressure. I said, no, I must not succumb.
Both to pressure and pleasure.
And at the end of the day, I decided to keep calm and watch. Yeah. And when I kept calm watching, the same people who were shutting me up come out and say, come and talk. Why are you keeping quiet? Come and talk. Why are you keeping quiet? You gonna forgive another better.
That is how they are. Because
I came out with brimstone and fire to destroy the people who wanted to drag us back, who wanted to destroy the struggle. And I was attacked. Then I withdrew back. I sat down. I started watching. 1 month I didn't talk anything. Then they were saying, "Oh, hey, you have collected bribe. Oh, hey, they have paid him. Oh, hey, you have did this. Oh, hey, they bought him car. Oh, hey, they bought him aeroplane. Oh, come out and talk. Oh, why are you not talking?" But when I wanted to talk, you told me not to talk.
Hypocrite.
If I am a weak person, you people would have used my head to warn Pataka.
Hey.
But I am not weak. I'm very, very strong and tough. I spoke when I noticed that Ekberima wanted to use me to train. I spoke because I wanted to shut Ekberima down, because I knew that Ekberima was an infiltrator. But I wanted him to bring out his legs for the world to see. Before I will come after him. Because I didn't know give Mama. There's one of our sister who is watching me now. She will bear me witness. Her name is Vivian Ezie. This lady has been there all this time of attack on me. She was there with me. She was there for me. She was there consoling me. She was there talking to me. She was there speaking to me, telling me, Mazi, I know that you are not lying. If everybody rejects you, if everybody insults you, if everybody lie against you, if everybody is trying to pull you down, I will be the last person that will stand with them to pull you down. Therefore, be resolute. This lady that just sent me heart, and I love her so much, because that moment is when I know those that loves me. You guys doesn't know that the battle you see media warriors fighting now is the battle that I was supposed to fight and defeat. Because in a battlefield, you target the captain, the leader. Once you target the leader, you hit the leader. But not in a struggle. Because in a struggle, as they targeted our leader and arrested him, their plan was to scatter the movement. But the foundation, the organogram is already there for us. But in a battlefield, once you hit, no matter, even if it is all these animals that used to attack people in the bush, once you kill the orgapata, you show, if you're a good hunter, once you see this Ethiopia, you target the one that you know that is the orga. Once you shoot that one, the other ones will run away. Even in Kitofia. But if you shoot the smaller one, the bigger ones will come after you. Nnennaya Anya was the biggest one among them. Because of the IPOB. But because of that, people were afraid. If you expose him, people will not pay money again. If you expose her, people will not pay money again. Sorry, not him, her. If you talk about her, our finances will be affected. Today, what is happening?
It is getting worse.
What is happening today? They have gone back to drawing board. They have started doing what I wanted to stop in the. So people will say, why are you still repeating this all the time? Because how can they wound them?
And because it has not stopped.
That I would have shot Nnennaya Anya up once and for all.
And because Nnennaya Anya has continued.
The person you see in America and Kanunta Kanu, I would have shot all of them. I wanted to do a program for 2 weeks. 2 solid weeks. If I bring in Nnennaya Anya topic today, I will deal with Nnennaya Anya. Tomorrow I will bring Kanunta. I will deal with Kanunta. Next tomorrow I will bring Chile. Other one I will bring Wed. All of them, I want to deal with them for 2 weeks. After that, one day I got Zoike. If your mother is a mad woman, and nobody knew that your mother is a mad woman, and you come in this struggle and you're behaving like a mad person, then I went to dig it up, to tell you people, to tell the world how mad your mother is, and you know that it's true. Will you continue with your madness? Your madness will leave immediately in one day back against Zoike. Jennifer was crying when I was exposing him. He was crying when I was exposing him. But believe you me, if not for my love and passion for this struggle, if not for my humility, my obedience, my respect for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believe you me, that moment that I knew I was doing the right thing and I was trying, people were attacking me, I would just leave the struggle for them. When the Malapur had a struggle, oh, we can buy it by now, I did Canada. Maybe by now I will be in Canada, or I will be in Spain, or in Switzerland. I have the same brother, the same blood brother of Funam, two of them in Europe. They are using red passports. They are European citizens. But I want to fight for my own nation, where my children and my children's children will be proud of their own passports. Tell the media warriors that Mazi Nnennaya say, if you cannot do this job in a dirty way, dig up all the evil of these people. up all the evil people's, their past and their present lifestyle. Blast it on internet and shut them up. That is the key. If you can't dig it up, then you will continue to talk about them. You talk about this person. You see how they can go, okay? Or where they can kewi, and here they can get pussy. You will be able to na me, sabi them. That is why Mazi trust me. I never ran away.
So, dear friends, I want to just chip in this point. Darlington would have become discouraged if not because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and some other important factors. If Darlington can feel like this, just think about too many other people. There are people inside of IPOB who are already discouraged in this Biafra struggle. But the reason they cannot say it is because of what people will say and how people will feel if they leave. But they are just there, just like that. And they are ready to bow to any instruction from Nnennaya Anya against their will. And as a result of their fear for opposition, because when you say no to it, you get opposition, you get pressure. Because Nnennaya Anya is working with the coordinators. So any opposer must be under the coordinator. Then the pressure will be coming from the coordinator, and you see your unit coordinator cooperating with regional coordinator. The regional coordinator cooperating with state coordinator cooperating with national coordinator in favor of Nnennaya Anya. I am telling you what is happening in IPOB. And that is the reason many people begin to get discouraged. So that is to tell you how far this financial fraud and the sentimental support to it can go to discouraging people, most especially those who are out to fight the corruption and against the corrupt in IPOB. While the hypocrites among us are those promoting them, promoting their financial fraud and promoting them, the fraudsters like Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu, and the rest of them. So from here, I want us to know more and more of the reasons why the Biafra struggle will continue to deteriorate. It is because of people's hypocrisy, instability, inconsistency of the people.
I never ran away from battle. I would have left this struggle for you guys. Even though you go una asisi nwuta m ka egbuo. Kita unu chọpụtaziri ihe ahụ na-ekwu mgbe a bụ eziokwu. Kita unu chọpụta na ife ahụ na-ekwu mgbe a bụ eziokwu. When the chikatazi asị na-eme ife ahụ na-eme that time. What do you think? If I left the struggle because of you guys, and now you guys begin to do that which I was doing, how will you address me? How will you address me? If you want to deal with these guys, go to the grassroots. If you know how to do the job, fight dirty with them. I didn't say you should show anybody's naked picture, because that is only what Ekperima know how to do. Ekperima thought that showing woman naked picture is going to shut that woman up. That is a sacrilege in our land. I don't show nobody's naked picture. God forbid that thing. But I will bring out something that is more dirty, your dirtiest life in the past, and I will bring it and show you. You will be surprised how I got it. Ekelolueke. Mande ekelolueke. Ekelolueke mande. If any media warrior want to talk about these evil people in liaison in America, these idiots in UK and the one in Germany, if you want to deal with them, I say I'm giving you the clue. You don't know what to do. When the go back to their background, dig something up, something. Don't go and come out and be lying and say what is not there. What I do is original. Original, because so many of them, so many of them, So many of them, some of them bombirambera now, some of them bombirambera, some of them bombirambera how what are you saying? Hana watch program come na nkuru ipo I have the antidote. I have the antidote, and I am trying to give it to you guys. That if you want to fight them, if you want to bring them to their knees, go back to their grassroots. Because this is a struggle. When the people are worn out, you know how many thousand people that have been killed in this struggle? Do you know? Nnennaya Anya is sat on everybody. On everybody. What's a sianku? Na-eke ego, na-anaka ego, wee na-emife ego. Agụrụ na-agụ ndị nọ na nka. Ndị nọ n'ụlọ ọgwụ. Chidozie Ọnụọra, striker. The guy that was shot with a dangerous bullet at Mpo. His leg is still decaying. He's in India. How many of you have asked of that guy? I've mentioned his name like 3 times on my platform in the past 2 weeks. How many of you have asked of Chidozie Ọnụọra? The guy that was sent to India. DOS did a great job by sending him there. And the first operation was carried out. The money that Nnennaya Anya is stealing in this struggle is enough to take care of all the wounded volunteers in this struggle when we used to march on the ground, when we used to protest. It's enough to take care of all the children of those that died in this struggle. The money she is stealing with Kanunta Kanu. The one she is stealing even in Biafra land alone, when I was there as auditor, is mouth watering. It will drop your jaw. Ndoshi. It's not all about talking about what they do. It's about bringing their dirty side of life out. Some of them, some of these people, some of these women, have one time in their life. Some of them are one time in their life. You see, why I kept quiet all this while, I don't want to go that area and do that which I know how to do best. It's because I was waiting and watching. Let me see if there's somebody who is going to pick it up from there and do the needful by going deep into their past life and expose them. The exposition you guys are giving to them, the attack you guys are giving to them is a child's play compared to what I am going to provide any day I want to start again. Believe you me. Believe you me. Before Maasi, we call somebody and say, this is what I want you to do. He knew you can do it. Are you not wondering, why is it that when the media head wrote a letter that President is sanctioned for 90 days, are you now wondering why Maasi called it off immediately? Are you wondering? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you reasoning what I'm reasoning? Immediately Maasi got the information that President has been removed from BTV as one of the crew. As the oldest crew member on that platform, I followed build that platform. This Radio Biafra, I followed build. The first Radio Biafra that got to 500,000 before Facebook deleted it, I built it also. Immediately Maasi called it off. Immediately. Said, no. You don't know, because I am not a professor. Doctor is not attached to my name. Doctor is not attached to my name. Dr. Chukwubikem Onwabaleze or Professor Aside Hot. Because I'm not, those names are not attached to my name. That is why some of you think that all of us did the same level in terms of gathering information. One day, and what about you is that Those of them that used to call me sometimes to get information from me, I will give them the light one they can handle. Because those heavy one that they cannot handle, if I give it to them, they cannot make use of it. It will end in gossip. It will end in gossip. This Kanunta Kanu that is perambulating himself, behaving like a madman. You people thought I have spoken, I have said things about him yet. I haven't said anything. No. I said he stole our money. I said it. I said Kanunta stole our money, those guy after Operation Python that. I'm still saying it again. Those guy. I also say that Kanunta, Nnennaya Anya, and the master prophet, they planned a deal to steal another million, about 14 million from IPOB, and it failed. Such information, you don't get it anywhere, anyhow. I said it. And I tell them where they plan it from Igbocha, using there are IPOB members who are arrested and they want to bail them, this and that. Are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer? You are not an IPOB what do you call it? Legal department. You are not part of them. So what it concern you concern to release people from Igbocha? That warrant for you to ask for 14 million. 14 million, 1-4. Doshi. This are kind of information. If I give it to any one of them, they will mess it up because they cannot make use of it properly. They are looking for me. All of them put together. They are looking for me. But guess what? I take ground. And I'm not looking for any one of them either. But the day they will know, now when if I could into okay, man, is the day they will try doing something stupid. There are men in the bush who have left their family members, who have left their wives, who have left their family, their children. They are watching us. They know exactly those who are fighting for Biafra restoration in truth and honesty. They know those who are causing problem. They are taking cognizance of everything happening. They know I was expelled because I was fighting for their fund. Yes, not expelled. I was suspended. I have never been expelled. I was suspended because I was fighting for the fund that belongs to them. I knew what some people sent to me on my WhatsApp some time ago when I was doing that exposition. Hey, I am the one who refused to release the information of those people who are sitting on IPOB fund there to the people who were inboxing me, telling me, Mas, give us their locations, give us their village, tell us where they come from. Just mention where they come from to us and leave the rest. Because these men, some of them have not visited their village since 1 year. Some have not been to their village since 8 months. Some have not been to, they cannot even go to their village, some of them. And the money that is meant for them to feed, Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu, and Ndotuha are sitting on it, using it to do what I don't know. And you say I shouldn't talk. And when I talked, people begin to attack me. Sometimes I used to joke with Ikenga. I would tell Ikenga, Mazi, I remember when you used to, whenever you want to do your program, you will say, Nnennaya Anya, he will laugh. He will say, Namazi, happy no one goes to Edim. He may say, instead, she is causing more problem. And today, everybody is trying to fight that problem that this woman is causing. But this is a problem I wanted to stop with a snap of my finger. That's in Yaboni Hechowa. What's in Yaboni Hechowa? Okay, then the Yabalone. Yes, for me Hechowa. Hi, don't worry. I actually got put you a new way. If I make it up preparation, I'm waiting for our leader to join us again. Go no cable fire and brimstone. Because I know that with Oyendu behind me, no man can stop me when I'm on my top gear. Oyendu watch every of my video. Oyendu watch every of my program. Every. If you miss it, you will go back and watch it again. He does. That is why sometimes if I say some certain things, Oyendu will pick it up and harness it, give it more meaning on his program. If you are following Oyendu, you will notice. You will notice there are things I have said on my platform while I'm broadcasting. Oyendu will pick it up and treat it well. Do more justice to it. The reason why I am telling you guys that you be careful with those who come to the infiltrators who are confusing you, the liars, is because they think that if they lie to you, you will listen to them and you will believe them. At the same time, they will convince you to follow them. There are things that Nnennaya Anya said in this struggle that were truth. There were things that Nnennaya said that were truth in this struggle. And that is why when you guys are saying, go and attack Nnennaya, go and do this, go and do that, I was watching you guys. Because you guys doesn't know the kind of privilege, the kind of information that was given to that woman while Oyendu was outside. Some of you do not know. This struggle, you have to fight with your brain. If you are not fighting with your brain, you will think you are doing something good, you end up spoiling everything. That I'm waiting for Mazi to come out. Because when somebody gives you a certain right, a certain information, a certain privilege, and you can't say you don't know too much, such person, there's how we handle them. I learned it from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, because told him most Oji, because told most Oji. Then I came to told him most Oji on a tomoto. What will you do, Mafata? And you know what make I off the mic? Someone that have been given certain position and the privilege to know some certain things. There's how to handle such person's case. Mazi taught me that. I learned it from him. Then, thank you, mascot. That's how to handle such situation. It's not for you to just come out and begin to hey, attack him, attack her, insult her, do this. You don't control me because what I have here is big than what you think I have. What I have here is Oburuna Odudu Breginam one number case here. If you say you say you people Kuramugi, you have gone to Ottawa Kuram. So you get you why you will report it. When they hear see me again. When Nnennaya was talking about Kanunta Kanu, so many of you were attacking Nnennaya as not Nnennaya, what do you call her? Nelly. So many of you were attacking Nelly.
Yes.
So many of you were attacking her. When she was talking about Nnennaya, so many of you were attacking Nnennaya. Yes. Just that Nelly overdue, and she went and attacked people who have committed no crime to join those that have committed crime. That is why people.
That is true, because I still maintain that some of the exposés Nnennaya Anya was doing regarding financial fraud and financial fraudsters in IPOB were true, and the underlying statement there is that she overbid done. She overdid. She overreacted, and reacting so quickly and angrily. So her hastiness, her impatience is the greatest problem of her, I mean Nelly Ofebo. So this is to say that it is not everything Nelly Ofebo had exposed that are lies. And there are ways to deal with matters like this. The problem most of IPOB members have is when someone makes mistake and the IPOB authority regard the person to have done wrong, then it will make them become emotionally hurting to such a person, and they can never take advantage of the good works the person is doing, even when having a problem with the IPOB leadership, and in the process they will miss everything. That is the case with Nelly Ofebo. Yes, Nelly Ofebo was exposing criminality and the financial fraudsters, of which she listed Nnennaya Anya, Ogbuefi, and many others who are into this financial fraud, Chinyere Onwinyi, and a host of them. But the sentimental discrimination on Nelly blinded our people to see the truth that she was conveying. And if we collectively began to fight against the financial fraud and the financial fraudsters, irrespective of whom is involved, all these things will not continue until today. We would have eradicated it. What Darlington should have done is to do the finishing work. After we have watered the ground, then he will come with superior information to level level everything. Then everybody will go and rest and face another business. So I am making this video for our people to be reflecting on the backfiring of their hypocrisy, so that when next, or starting from now, they will know how to be people of integrity, people of uprightness, people of truth, speaking the truth, irrespective of whom the truth may favor and stand against. The factionalism, the hypocrisy in our people, among the IPOB members, is the greatest problem we have. It is not really the criminality, the financial fraud, and the financial fraudster, but the hypocrisy among IPOB members, the hypocrisy that blinds their mind from being focused to reality. Many of us are not realistic. That is the reason the financial fraudsters still have people working with them. It is because of the hypocrisy of the members of the IPOB, because in the right sense, nobody inside of IPOB should accept to work with Nnennaya Anya, Kanunta Kanu, Chinyere Onwinyi, and the rest of them now, including working with Brown, Adama Brown. But all of the people working with them are hypocrites, and we know them. We know them. If you even as I talk, some people inside of IPOB will begin to defend them. They will begin to defend them. They will begin to defend them. And the mouth of the most of the people who can speak are now sealed. They can no longer talk. It is only people like us that can still talk. People like me, like Darlington, and a few others. Forget about the so-called IPOB lightweight media warriors. The majority of them are hypocritical. And that is I hate their hypocrisy. I don't hate them, but they are so hypocritical. They know all of these things, but they will not take it serious because it is in Nnennaya Anya. Or perhaps some of them get little change from those financial fraudsters. I don't know why. Had it been any other person that they get nothing from, or a subordinate, you see how they will come out and unleash it and unleash it and unleash it on that person. But why are they not talking about it? Rather, they try to discourage Darlington and discourage others who speak about it. That is how they were discouraging me while I was fighting it. So I just want us to know. Just want us to know what we must do if we really are serious to liberating ourselves, and things we cannot ignore. And the attempt to ignoring them is the attempt to remain under this slavery. Because without we organizing ourselves within, we cannot really confront the outside enemies. That is how it works. We must be prepared, because if not, if you venture to face the enemies, your own people with you will betray you to the enemies. Some people will betray you and sell you out for money. For money, they will sell you out. Just the same way they have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If they can sell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, who do you think you are that they cannot sell you out? And even if they sell you out, nobody will talk about you unless the people of good conscience in IPOB. If not, nobody at all will talk about you. So that's the problem we are facing.
Kept quiet and be watching with our eyes open. In this struggle, I don't sleep with two eyes. I sleep with one closed and one open. While I'm sleeping with one, the other one is watching everybody. I did a program one day when I said that Nelly was a good woman until she misbehaved. Some people do not understand what I mean by that. Some people did not understand. We end up like Nelly. You may be a good person, but because you are impatient, because of your anger, you will spoil things. And when a woman is angry, but me as a man, when I'm angry, I sit down, I think about the things I say. That is why there are things I have not said to Biafrans. Waiting for Mazi to come out so that I will say it when Mazi will be watching me saying it. And he will be saying, oh, so this guy have this kind of information about this person, about this person, about this person, and he was keeping it, waiting for Mazi to come. That is how a wise man does in a struggle where your leader is apprehended. Because by that time I will say it, I will prove it to the world, then the leader will take action. Not the one I will say, and people will be doubting me, asking me, go and bring proof, go and bring proof. And even when I bring the proof, you can't do anything. There are many ways to catch a rat. Nnennaya Anya knows 100% that Namchi secret Yanaka, she know. There was a post I made that if I say the things I know in this struggle, that people will cry. Somebody munched it and posted it somewhere. Then I was browsing through the internet and I saw where this person posted it. Then I saved it for tomorrow's sake. Yes. You know, in this struggle, there are people that keep record more than other people. There are people that gossip more than other people. And there are people that does it right more than other people. While there are people that spoil everything more than other people. So you must belong to one. I saved that particular post. I made that post. I made it. I think it's on this phone that I'm using to broadcast now. I think it must be there. I wrote something and I said, if I say things I know in this struggle, people will cry. And when I made that post, I want to see if I have that post. I will have that post here. When I made that post, my intention was to, after that post, to come and blast those people that I know. Then they started calling me. They started begging me. Mazi, what do you want to say? I hope you don't want to mention my name. I hope you don't want to call me. I hope my name is not among the people that you want to mention. They begin to shake because they know that I'm not afraid of any idiot. They know 100% that I'm not afraid of any animal. Dear friends, in this struggle, we keep record. I'm looking for that. I don't know if it is on this phone or on another phone where I saved that particular post that I made. It's a long post. What they go mania. I'm still checking. I don't think it is on this phone. I think it's on the phone I'm using to browse now. So why I'm saying all I'm saying is that I want the media warriors, those that are fighting the people that I wanted to stop from the evil they have done for over 1 year now, to go more deep. When the bad in the memory, go deeper about them. Sometimes it may take you 1 week to get true information about one of them. Relax, take your time. After that 1 week, come and blast that person and see if that person will mess up again. The person will wrong. Because when they say up again, you book to go more. You don't give it all. Why you keep it? Why did that Dama Brown call me, begging me that I should not expose her? Why? Because someone knew everything about her. She knew what I was going to do. That is why Nnennaya was running up and down. People that know her told me that the woman nearly went mad. When I was warning, I'm going to expose her. Those things you guys heard me saying that time. I have not exposed her yet. I never do any exposition yet on Nnennaya Anya. I was only, I was doing rehearsal. But today, that I was not lying. Therefore, I will open my line, and the question I want to ask you is, if someone who is not a member of your family came to your house or come to your house, as the case may be, in the absence of your father who built the house, and begin to throw stone on your father's zinc, are you going to keep quiet?
No.
The line is open for those of you who want to call.
I will not
Go
keep
ahead
quiet.
and call if you have anything to say. The line is open and the number to call is already pinned down on the screen. Ka nsụkwa ya n'Igbo maka ndị na-adịghị anyị Igbo. Ọ bụrụ na nna gị hapụ ụlọ ya wee gaa njem, onye ilo ewepụta na-atụ okwute n'elu mgbamgbam ụlọ nna gị, ị ga-agba ya nkịtị ka ị ga-abịa ọgụ? Very simple question. Will you fight the person or you're going to keep quiet? And I want all the enemies of this struggle, I want all the infiltrators who are watching, who may like to contribute to the program. You can call and answer this question correctly if you can. If you can start the heat and the debate, you call. Tell me, if your father's house is under attack by the enemy, are you going to wait until your father comes back, or are you going to fight back? That is the question. And I need an answer. I need an answer to this question. If you cannot answer the question, it's better you don't even call. But if you can answer the question, I am here waiting for your response.
My own answer is no. I won't keep quiet.
Anybody that tells you
and let people spoil.
Focus will go with there.
That is the problem.
Focus kill you there.
Focusing on what? Focusing
These
on
are
what?
the enemies of this struggle.
While we have internal criminality, internal criminals spoiling the whole show, and you are asking us to focus. Focus on what? Focus.
Do you guys think that I'm a fool? Hey, let's focus on the enemy. Hey, let's focus on this. Focus to kill you. You'll be telling us to focus. Behind you are throwing stone in our glass house, and you want us to keep quiet. Focus. Focus in them more or focus in them man. I'm still waiting. But after a while, if nobody is calling, then I have to bring the program to an end because I don't have much time to spend. I don't have much time to spend. The number to call is there on WhatsApp. Call in and tell us if you are going to keep quiet and watch the enemy to destroy your father's house in your father's absence, or you will fight back to safeguard the house. Whatever you answer is like a devil's alternative. If you say you're going to watch the person, then after the person demolishes the house, the person will kill you. Yes. If you keep quiet, the person will finish the house and kill everybody that is in the house.
That is true.
Then, if you don't want the person to kill you and demolish the house, you have to fight the person. It's either on the process fighting the person that you kill the person or the person kill you. But you must do something. You have to do something. You have to do something. If you don't do anything, then you're a coward. Your father will come back and see you as a coward child that he gave birth to, that he born. I will fight back with every strength in me. I will fight you back. I will see. You dare not cross my father's property. In his present or in his absent, you cannot do that. You shouldn't do that. You can't try it. Let me tell you people this. In my family, my mother gave birth to 5 men. And 2 girls, as the case may be. Nnennaya, this is what you guys did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If I even remember Mazi, I have over 10 spirits that fight for me. When I meet you up, Nnennaya, this is what you guys did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If I even remember Mazi no niru na anụtọ ọkụkọ esitere onye ọbụla mma, unu esi n'azụ na-ama Mazi mma. Nke a na-akpọ njọ ọhụrụ esi one side na-akọghịrị. I have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to this program. I see the hot. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from Russia. I see the hot.
Thank you very, very much. Your name, please. Tell us your name.
My name is Ekuye from Russia Federation calling.
I want to ask you a question before you continue. If an outsider invade your father's house in the absence of your father and begin to throw stone, begin to destroy your father's property, what will you do? Are you going to keep quiet and wait until your father comes back, or are you going to fight dirty to protect your father's property?
I will fight immediately and destroy the person who hurt my father will never like me. The person who hurt my father will never like me. The person who comes to destroy my father's property will never see me alive. So you destroy my father's property for me to remain useless, because with my father's property, from there I will let my life to start. If I don't see my father's property, how can I be started? If I don't know who is my father, who am I going to choose my father? I will fight. I will kill the person. I will not allow the person to go. How can I allow the person to go?
God bless you.
Nobody will touch my father's thing as a Igbo man, as my brother. We learn it from childhood. It's in our blood. As Igbo.
Thank you very, very much, my brother. So now you can make your general contribution before I announce something here, because I want to carry people's mind back. Go ahead.
My contribution is that our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, have already built us. He built billions of warriors. We don't need to behave as if our leader is not built. warriors. You know, one thing that makes me love it too much is that when our leader is moving, there is something that makes me, when I hear your voice and stand with you million times, is the day he fought a policeman in the police state to shoot the gun. My brother, from that day, I know that when I be in a program, I like to get courage for this struggle because he fought in front of people who carry guns. The government he tell them shoot the gun, shoot, and the person cannot come the gun shoot.
Of course.
So my brother, what I want to say in this our story is that anybody that try this food that we are under oath to restore this therefore that our life of our people, the person will not remain the same thing. The person must run mad. I always many people who run mad, who this oath, sabotage it, and they learn that their life is difficult. They don't know what to do. There are many. So nobody will try this struggle that the people learn their life. That the one guy they killed, the day he died, he raised his hand, he said that all will make me be happy if I rest in peace is you and get me this Biafra. Somebody is joking with the Biafra money. Somebody is joking with the Biafra money. Money that we are something to contribute. So somebody is inside bush where you see that all the whole dangerous thing is inside. You hold the money. They ask you to release the money. Still holding the money. I think we live in Europe where you see light, you see light, you see internet, you see everything, you see security. You don't know that the people in that bush suffering without light, without anything, suffering.
Okay.
My brother.
Okay.
Because God will punish the person.
You say, my brother, I want you to stay where you are. Now let me pause your bubble now. I want to shock so many of you. All this while I have been announcing, I've been talking when I was exposing people in this struggle. I was, calling the names of those that collected money, but I never mentioned the amount there. But it is imperative that I say the amount of money that these people have taken from Biafrans that belongs to Eastern Security Network. You know why I'm doing it now? This is time for me to prove to them that all of them that are now fighting the battle I wanted to finish alone should go more deep to do the right thing, or else you will talk forever. Now listen, I have my facts and figures, evidence, dates. On December 19, 2020, there was a fundraising conducted by Nnennaya Anya and the Chinwe Edi Nwachukwu and the Ogbuefi, the same Ogbuefi. And the estimated amount that they collected was $40,000. When I was doing this, when I was trying to expose, I was not mentioning amount of money because our people is too much attracted with money. That time but I've given a long time to see if these people have released this money. But now that I found out that this money was not released, to my understanding, to my knowledge, I am coming here now to expose the amount they collected. On that December, $40,000. When I'm done, you use your calculation to check how much these people have stolen, the money that belonged to Eastern Security Network. On January 9th, hold on, don't talk. On January 9th, 2021, there was another fundraising conducted by Nnennaya Anya with Eddie Chinwe Nwachukwu and Ogbuefi, these same three people. And the money they collected was $38,000. On April 24, 2021, this liaison nonsense that these media warriors that fought me, that our media warriors that fought me are now talking about now. The same liaison, the fundraising they did was conducted by Chinyere Onwinyi, the one that Ikenga made mention of her name today. Nnennaya Anya, Eddie Nwachukwu, Chinwe Eddie Nwachukwu, and the Ogbuefi and the Ndubisi, Chijioke Ndubisi. Do you know how much they raised? $90,000. $90,000. On June 12th, 2021, Maryland raised fundraising conducted by Nnennaya Anya and Chiwe Ediwachukwu, Chinyere Onwuyi again, Ogbuefi again, and Ndubisi. The amount was not known. To be frank with you, it was not known because it was not declared immediately, because there are two people that were in the forum taking notes, taking record of all the money. So that particular fundraising in Maryland, the amount was not known. So I keep it by the side. Then on July 17, 2021, another liaison fundraising was conducted. Are you getting it? And they did it. Nnennaya Anya, Chinyere Onwuyi. Listen, you see this Chinyere Onwuyi. Ediwachukwu, Chiwe Ediwachukwu, Ogbuefi, Nnennaya Anya, and Dr. Koro. I think Dr. Koro is late now. These people and Ndubisi, these people should give IPOB the money that I'm going to mention that they have taken. Listen, all this money that I mentioned here, there is a donation from Igbo World Congress, which I try to confirm from Dr. What is his name again? This Igbo World Congress, Dr. Kafo. I think it's Dr. Kafo. I try to confirm if such amount of money was donated actually from Igbo World Congress to Nnennaya Anya and Co. And the way Dr. Kafo, the doctor answered me, is his name of Kafo? I want to remember his name. So the way he responded to me, I was not pleased. Then I have to leave it. Then look at it now. The estimate amount of the money that these people collected as at this short period of time was $158,000. My brother, going by the calculation of what dollar is standing on then, which was I think about 450, 500 as at then, either 450, 500 or so. If you calculate $158,000, you will tell me how many million that these people collected from fundraising that is meant for IPOB, Eastern Security Network. Professor Jofo, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Somebody just corrected me, Professor Jofo. So my brother, this is the evil that I saw those days, and I wanted to stop it, and nobody supported me. Now, since then, this money that I'm talking about have not been released. And there are so much more fundraising after this particular fundraising. Because people were thinking that these people will do the right thing. And now that they are not doing the right thing, they are sitting on this money. Biafrans should ask Nnennaya Anya, Chinyere Onwuyi, Ediwachukwu, Ogbuefi, Ndubisi, Okoro is dead. They should ask them where they kept this $158,000. I did not want to include $100,000 that was said that Igbo World Congress brought to them. I don't want to include that. If I include it, it's $258,000. Are you getting it? I don't want to include it. So approximately $160,000 was in the position of these few people. So where is the money? Can DOS confirm to us that this money was paid into our account or used for something that is well accounted for? No is the answer. So my brother, I want you to round up. For you to see the battle I fought.
My brother,
go ahead.
My brother, can I speak? You know, one thing I want to say this our media warriors, because some of our media warriors don't know it. Like people like you know our leader very well. I know the footstep of our leader. So media warriors just come into social media, speak something that come from their mind, come from their soul. Because our social media warriors, some of them have to go speak up from under the national coordinator. Coordinator will approve you before you speak. Come to social media and speak. Because national coordinator go to meeting.
Brother, hold on. Brother, hold on. No, brother, hold on. I will not allow you to speak about the great media warriors in such manner. I want you to understand that.
No,
hold on, I'm coming.
No, not all media warriors I'm speaking. I know those one I'm addressing. Not all of them.
Hold on now, Chelu.
Not all of them.
Chelu, I know
what I'm holding on.
I know what I'm saying here and I know what I'm doing. The point I'm trying to make here is that what I saw 1 year ago, they did not see. The point I'm trying to make here is that the exposition they are giving to these people is not enough. They should dig more deep. People who come online and fight and speak, most of them based their information on what somebody told them. Yes, there's no how you can be at the position of where something is happening at all times. It's not possible on this planet Earth. Somebody must give you 1 or 2 information. But some information are not verifiable. If you are talking about that some people are giving information that's not verifiable, I can understand you. But believe you me, I am very, very upset that I was not allowed to finish this job that I started. I was upset. Because if these people had allowed me to finish this job, by now we will not be talking about Nnennaya Anya and our finance. By now we will not be talking about Kanunta and his evil activities. By now we will not be talking about Uchinyiro. We will not be talking about all these people. We will not be talking about them. Because I will make sure that they fade away from this struggle and leave the struggle for the right people to take over. But when I see people still talking about the people that I wanted to stop for a long time, I laugh. So my brother, don't blame any media warrior based on what they are saying. What you should be talking about is they should go more deep to get information about these people and blast them. That is where I stand. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course, brother, that's what I tried to say. Can I say something before I drop?
Go ahead.
What I tried to say, because if I was listening to media warriors, they must have order from national government, because some of people get information outside and they expose it. If at the same time that you're fighting this matter, this issue, that all of them get the information through.
The caller is missing the target because he does not know that some of the national coordinator and the unit and regional coordinators he's talking about are those involved in working with Nnennaya Anya and defrauding IPOB financially. So depending on those people for approval before speaking will make everybody to keep calm always and never to speak, or speaking in their favor. And that is what their so-called media warriors have been doing all this while. Yes, we know that there is a rule of command and control, that we have to get some approval before we speak in some area. But those who should be approving the speaking are the people in the criminality. So must we wait to take order from the criminals before we can speak? What do you expect the criminals to tell you or to approve for you to speak? They will direct you on what to say and what not to say. And you keep promoting their criminality. So that is the reason the investigation and the expose had lingered so much. This is what Darlington is explaining here. So in a freedom fight, you always obey the order based on integrity, based on truth, uprightness, and integrity. So when those who are responsible to issue the order, the commandants, are compromised, there is no reason to continue obeying them, because your obedience to them is your contribution to the destruction of the progressing freedom fight. That is exactly what has been happening. But the few of us who understand the system and stand against the criminals are being fought against by the majority who are parochially emotional. Then one other reason most of the media warriors do not support Darlington is jealousy and envy, because they are not the people that get the information, and they would not want to promote it, because they will believe promoting the information and that criminality is amount to promoting Darlington, and that will gain him glory. It doesn't matter if he is doing the good work, but envy and jealousy among the media warriors, among others, is what set the struggle back. Just like people like me personally, if I bring the right information and make the best analysis, some people will not even want to value it and give me the credit because it is me, because of their natural hatred on me, not because the analysis or the information or the exposés are not good. They will not want to take it serious. Even they will not want people to talk about it. They will want to seal it up, because they are not the people analyzing it, because they are not the people exposing it, and because it is coming from someone who is not in their clique, and the someone they have decided to hate without reason. So we should also talk about that. So if we cannot overcome our rubbish, envy, jealousy, we cannot go further. And that is, these are the factors for divisions and disunity going on in IPOB. Forget about every camouflage. Forget about every pretense. There is the disunity going on in IPOB as a result of jealousy and envy, even among the supposedly freedom fighters.
The direction of the same place that you have this information. The person must by now go to the book and make them to know that the people have already died, even the council have already died for this struggle because of this money that are holding, because of securing our land. People have already died and they hold the money, and none of them.
Yeah, but there is no how. There is no how everybody will get information from one source at the same time. It's not possible. Even CIA does not do that. Even news correspondent does not do that. Something may be happening in Ibadan and happening in Abuja, and happening in Onitsha. Different things at the same time. It is the people in Onitsha that will pick up that is happening in Onitsha. People in Ibadan will pick that is happening in Ibadan. People in Abuja will pick up. Then later on, they will bring it to their office, and they will write about it and post it out. So that is all I want to say about that. So the truth is that some people have more information than others. And when somebody is giving information you don't know, what I expected of you is to come down, to check if that information can be verified or not. If not, you don't know.
That is why we are one family. IPOB is a one family. IPOB is a one family. IPOB have to have this same information and fight the fight and fight the same war and stop all these evil people perpetrating in this struggle. That the struggle with their greedy and wickedness.
I'm not even talking about the outsiders. I'm talking about those inside now. Those inside, down inside, they guy now because they go their family problem. While these men don't even have that is what I'm talking about here. It's not about the victims who came from outside. It's about the people who are
they get free in Europe or America to try it. They never try it like such a country where such a thing cannot have it in this country where they live. They can try that side, they can try to that side go free. But such a country that we are living, such a thing will never happen. That is a background to do all this evil. But
okay, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you. That is our brother Eze Kunir from Russia Federation. He is always he always call on my program to air his own opinion. And believe you me, brothers and sisters, it's not an easy job. And I'm going to stop here. But before then, let me calculate the dollar exchange of today. The amount of money that Nnennaya Anya should account for Biafra in the fundraising they made in America, they conducted in America. Nnennaya Anya Chinyere Onwuyi, Edi Nwachukwu, Chinwe Edi Nwachukwu, and the Ogbuefi $158,000 by 700 equal to Chineke. Hey! No wonder ndị anụnwa ji fight date you ụmụ Biafra. Make una see the figure. 110 million naira, 600,000. Make una see. 110 million, 600,000. This is the amount of money that I was fighting to stop these people from eating. The day they make all this contribution we have made is there. You can verify it yourself. I check it on today's rate. 110 million, 600,000. Do the calculation yourself. $156,000 times 700. Nnennaya Anya this struggle. Mana from Yanoki. Choka Nkusia. A finance head.
110 million, 600,000 naira.
No accountability. No audit. No wonder she is crying. She doesn't want Chikedozium to bring another person into the financial sector. No wonder. No wonder. Anyways, I leave this for you guys to judge. And I want to thank those of you that share the program and those of you that are still going to share it later. I remember your brother Mazo Aleza Chukubi Kenaku Biafra and Kembo Nana Biafra. Is a way from one in see no evil and no evil.
Okay.
Once I see any evil, I expose it. Biafra daughter, thank you very much. Welcome to the program. I'm about to close now. So may Chukwu bless all of you. Don't you ever allow anybody that come to destroy your father's house. Fight them. Bring them down before they finish bringing your father's house down and bring you down too. That is how we are protecting and fighting this structure of IPOB courageously without any mercy.
Thank you very much, Master Darlington. Nnennaya Anya is crying and never wants Mazi Chikedozium to bring another person in the financial factor of IPOB running system. Then the worst problem there is not just Nnennaya Anya. Those working with Nnennaya Anya inside of IPOB will support her and stand against Chikedozium because they get something from the money being looted. And if another person should come in, the financial fraud will stop instantly and they will not be getting money from there. So many among the IPOB members are in the struggle for what they get and not really for freedom. Some are still there because they are part and parcel of the financial fraud going on in IPOB. And as soon as they stop getting the money, you see them excusing themselves, giving reason for their departure, and they'll begin to leave IPOB. So it is better that Nnennaya Anya and Kanunta Kanu are really curbed and pulled away from the IPOB system if actually we want to progress in this Biafra struggle. So we have heard
what it says to me.
We have heard about their financial fraud, how successful they have been in extorting money from IPOB long ago, and they are still continuing with it. How long shall we continue with this system? And it is our duty, as Darlington has said, who among us should permit infiltrators to come into their home in the absence of their father, to come and rob them and destroy their homes. So how many among us are really fighting the corrupt people, the infiltrators, the official infiltrators, the coordinators, and the other principal officers, including Nnennaya Anya, who are into financial fraud? All these people are official infiltrators in IPOB. So who and who can really stand against them and say no? And as they continue, they are overpowering. They are overpowering. They are overpowering because we have many weaklings in IPOB, and the majority of the IPOB members are still under mental slavery. That is the reason these people are succeeding. Many in IPOB do not really know what they want. And that is the reason they always support what they do not want against the real thing they want. Because of their sentiment, because of their hypocrisy, and because of their interest. So the program has just come to an end. I remain your serviceable servant, Evangelist Nnennaya Anya. So bye for now, until I come your way once again.